Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome back to an episode that we have been waiting on for a long time. I'm Jeff Kirby. That's Jarryd. And god damn it, football is back!
Very excited, as you can tell with my outfit for this recording. I am very excited to at least watch a game tonight. You know, it's not unfortunately we'll be rooting for the Chiefs this game, but it is what it is, you know, because fuck the Ravens as always. But very happy that football's back. It's been a long time. And the NFL betting is about to go up.
Yeah.
For me this season.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've had that here in Ohio now for a little bit, and I mean, I did it like the first week, and then after that, I don't think I've placed a single bet in Ohio. Like, I don't even have any of the apps downloaded on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't. Now, when I get to Vegas next month, then it might be a crime if I don't place something.
Yep.
I'll have to place a bet on Ohio State whooping Michigan's ass this year.
Okay.
Will Howard for Heisman. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, as you can tell, we are excited. Yeah, we're here. We are here. It's I like we said, we get football tonight. It's gonna be a hell of a time. It's gonna be even better. Rooting against the AFC North. We're going to be already in Super Bowl form doing that already because we are all just generational, natural-born expert haters.
Agreed.
So, yeah, we got that going on. Going to the Steelers, though, we did get a little bit of news this week. We got an extension.
Yeah.
A deal was done.
No surprise.
Cam Heyward. 3 years, $45 million. So the way it was described is Steelers and 6-time Super Bowl or Pro Bowl. I wish it was 6-time Super Bowl champion. Good Lord. 6-time Pro Bowl DN Cam Heyward have agreed to a 3-year, $45 million. That includes $29 million in new money and $16 million fully guaranteed. He had $16 million left on his final year of his previous deal and is now under contract through the 2026 season. So we now know that Cameron Heyward is going to be a Steeler for life.
Yep. This is the last one.
That's it's a bittersweet, but it's also exciting thing because it's rare in today's sport and just sports in general where one player stays with the same team that drafted him his whole career. And it's going to be a good thing to see. Now, the negativity that was going on X about Cam Heyward was a little weird.
I wasn't paying much attention to it.
It was, I mean, I saw it was weird. I saw a lot of people saying all this negativity, and then I was confused, and then I started to see a tiny bit of it, and I'm like, bro, at this point, y'all are just expert complainers. Y'all just want to. So it's just like, all right, whatever. Your opinion doesn't matter. But now what I will say is if you want to say great on him, I do want to see a healthy season from him. Okay, that I'm cool with. I because I'm with you there. I want to see him healthy this year. I want to see how he looks like. But I'm very excited to have him back because at the end of the day, he's going to be someone that will help this football team, especially out on defense. And there's nothing more to be said about that. He's going to help out this defense as long as he stays healthy. And I'm excited for that.
Yep. No issues. Like that's a fair argument. We wanted to be healthy for the whole season. Same with TJ Watt. Everyone wants to be healthy for the whole season. So that's all that I care about, to be honest. Happy to have him. He's going to retire as a Steeler.
Yep.
It's the last contract. It is what it is. What is he, 34, 35?
35.
35, so it'll be 38, 39 by the time it ends. If he plays the fully, hopefully he does. But I'm happy it's done.
Yeah. Speaking of TJ Watt,
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him and his wife Danny for congratulations. They are having a baby.
Congrats.
30 sacks coming soon.
30 sacks. I hope so.
22 and a half. That's going to be done before week 12.
It's a big congrats to TJ Watt, but it's very exciting. We'll see. You know, now he's gonna be a dad. Hopefully, 30 sacks would be nice. Hey, that's the goal.
Well, if that's the goal, that's a hefty goal. that's like saying my fat ass is my goal is to get down to 130 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. But that's like saying my goal is to get a girlfriend and before the end of this podcast.
No. Okay. All right.
but no, it's it's exciting to see, and it's going to be really cool to see with Cam. Other than that, real quick, kind of going around the AFC itself, or just going around the NFL in itself before we get more into the Steelers. I'm kind of scrolling through a little bit of Twitter or whatever. So Good Morning Football. Good Morning Football today. They put out their Super Bowl predictions.
I wonder what it is.
So one of them from Kyle Brandt has the Lions beating the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl.
That's a long shot in my opinion, but okay.
For
the Bills.
Imagine saying that 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs beating the Lions in the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's more realistic.
The Baltimore Ravens beating the Green Bay Packers.
Wow. That's not little ways, but okay.
And then Peter Schrager said the Kansas City Chiefs will beat the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl. So 2 Green Bay Packers,
really high on the
2
Green
Detroit
Bay Packers.
Lions, 2 Kansas City Chiefs, 1 Buffalo Bill, 1 Baltimore Raven.
People love the Packers a lot this year. I've been seeing that a lot. They like them, after.
So apparently, according to everyone at Good Football America, the NFC is going to be represented by the NFC North.
Yeah.
2 Packers and 2 Lions. Who?
No Niners is the shocker. I thought we'd get 1, which wouldn't be surprising.
Speaking of the Niners, they got their deal done now with not only Brandon Ayuk, we talked about that last week, but they also got their deal done now with Trent Williams, which I think to me was a bigger deal.
Yep.
Like even saying that now, after Brandon Ayuk got his money, all right, we're not trying to push it down at this point. Yeah. I think them trying to bring in Trent Williams had to be, to me, would think that's more important considering the fact that Trent Williams is. He's someone that is a leader in that locker room. He's someone that your quarterback's protector. And you know what? It's crazy that they're able to spend all this damn money on players. But hey, it's what happens when you have a quarterback that's under contract for $1 million or less.
Yeah, good luck with Brock Purdy is all I'm going to say. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's a lot of math to figure out.
Well, luckily it ain't us. But at the end of look at what the Steelers, at least for the last few years, were, attempting to try to do.
Yeah.
You had a quarterback. You had Kenny, who was going to be under a rookie contract, you're not going to be paying him all that much, all things considered. So you're able to splurge.
Yeah.
That's how I thought the Bengals should have, they were able to handle things. And they did. They tried to boost their offensive line and all that when Joe Burrow was under his rookie deal. And now...
still about Jamar Chase is a little.
Yeah, we don't know about. Jamar Chase, how that deal's gonna end up going out. T. Higgins, he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy when he becomes a Pittsburgh Steeler. It's just gonna be crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
Not against it, but okay.
Well, you know what? Having a wide receiver core of Devontae Adams, George Pickens, and T. Higgins next year is just going to be crazy.
Already pushing the agenda already.
Oh, listen, I started that Devontae Adams agenda last week.
I know that. But just adding T. Higgins now on it.
In fact, I should tweet that out right now. Yeah, I'm going to tweet this out right now as we speak.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow Jeff_Kirby412 on Twitter. His Twitter is popping right now. if you have not seen.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's funny because for those that don't know, I post if you don't follow me, I posted a tweet earlier this week. In fact, I can pull it up here real quick.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Here, let's go to right here. Share screen. Boom, boom. Pull this up, and if you can tell from right about there,
12 million views.
Yeah. Needless to say that my phone has been blowing up all damn day, and so this was the meme. It was literally, yeah. I mean, and it is true. It is very damn true.
Yep, I 100% agree.
And yeah, I did not expect that to blow up the way it did.
Listen, Jeff made this meme, by the way. He did not steal it from anybody. He stole it off of somebody that had a different title. I think, what is it, The Other Side? It was different. My favorite football
it was something completely different. I forget what it was. But, and then, come to find out, CBS Sports starts using my shit, and other accounts using my shit. And you know what was hilarious was there was an account now. Here,
I think I know which account is this.
Here, I gotta pull this up real quick. There was a certain account that decided to use my shit.
Yeah, ML football.
Yeah, ML fucking football. Fucking bastards. And when I tell you they got bombarded in the comments for not giving me credit. Holy shit. Like literally, this is what happens. I pull up to the thing and it's immediately.
Yep.
Credit me, you fucking cowards. Give Jeff Kirby his credit, you weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps on go. Or like, as you go into the comments, it just goes like, give respect where it's due. Literally stole this from me. No credit for nothing. Algorithm strikes again. Boom. Boom. Again. Give at least a creator credit.
Yep.
Yeah, this shit is just another one. Shout out to Dave there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just. All right, is there more?
You got a lot of messages. People trying to use your photo.
Oh, listen, my DMs got a little interesting. When I tell you, my DMs got a little interesting. Yesterday I showed this to Jarryd.
Yep. I know that one.
So, for those that don't know, if you're on Twitter, these little OnlyFans dots. Now, I know we're going completely off the wall here. We'll get back to football here in a minute. But, you ever, when you post, if a post gets really famous, you go in the comments. It's a guarantee that there's going to be at least one OnlyFans bitch in there.
Yeah.
I had one of them DM me asking how much they could pay me for them to comment and to me to reply.
$1 million.
Oh, listen, there was a certain number in my head where if she said that or above, oh, I'm taking it. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can kiss my ass. It don't matter.
That is crazy.
But needless to say, that number was not met. And
I'm sure it wasn't.
And it wasn't even an outrage. I mean, wasn't like $100,000. No, it wasn't like that.
No.
I mean, hell, if someone wanted to pay me to do that, shit. Shit. All right, back to regularly scheduled program here. But I want to get back into Cam real quick because the one thing that, and we had talked about this before, was now we have to look at Cam from being a D end, because as much as sometimes it feels like he's a D tackle, he is a D end. Yep. When we look at the contract average, he's tied for 12th. He's tied with Eric Armstead. People above him, Nick Bosa, obviously. Myles Garrett, obviously. Daniil Hunter, Montez Sweat, Rashawn Gary, Max Crosby, Leonard Williams, Trey Hendrickson, Vaughn Miller, Draymond Jones, and Zach Allen, the defensive end from Denver. And then you're tied with Eric Armstead at 14.5. And then you make a little bit more than Cam Jordan, DeMarcus Lawrence, Carl Granderson, Chase Young, Preston Smith, goes on from there. So It's not like so he's averaging 15 a year.
Okay.
Which I mean, if he goes out there and is continuously hurt, then yes, that's gonna hurt. No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
But if he goes out there and stays healthy, then that's not a bad deal at all. Like,
nope.
And when you're paying someone who's 35 years old a multi-year deal, it's what's going to happen. Now, for them to give him a 3-year deal,
I was a little shocked with 3. I thought it would be 2.
Yeah, I thought they would have, unless Cam wanted 3 more years.
Then that's fine. Then I understand that.
Which I mean, I would understand from there, but I personally thought that it would be this year and next year, and then that would probably be it.
Yep.
But to have that extra year is going to be curious to see how he's going to go. Because he's going to be 38 years old. How's he going to look?
Exactly.
How much gas is left in the tank?
Yep. 100% correct. 100%.
Now, in terms of cap hit this year, he's going to be 3rd this year with $22 million behind Montez Sweat and Max Crosby. Now, obviously, there are certain guys that will have a certain cap hit just, based off of, restructures or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, overall, I'm happy that the deal is done. And not that it wasn't like the Brandon Ayuk or CeeDee Lamb. It wasn't like, or a Jamar Chase. It wasn't like a distraction like that. Not at all. There was a little bit like it was always creeping up in the back of our heads. Like, hey, what's going on? But I think a lot of us didn't have the fear of like, oh, this isn't going to get done. Is he going to leave after? I don't think there was really that fear.
No. 100% not. I was not worried at all.
And the way that Cam handled it too, not holding out, not holding in, still being there. I think that also shows that like he wasn't too concerned about it not getting done because he that's how I would assume. It's either going to be he's not worried about it because he knows it's going to get done at some point, or that's just how he's built mentally. That's just his mentality.
Built to work, which is it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'd be the same way.
And he wants to prove that he can stay healthy. He wants to prove that he's still that guy.
Yep.
And I can't wait. Oh boy, I can't wait. Oh Lord, have mercy. I go back on Twitter and I have like 3 more notifications. Good Lord, have mercy. But yeah, now moving on to the offensive side of the ball. So you're dealing with Isaac Seumalo. He's going to be out. Looks like it will be Spencer Anderson, who's going to be the starting guard there. I mean, whatever. I guess at this point, as long as he's comparable.
Yeah. Listen, it's going to be like Seumalo's going to be out probably 4 to 8 weeks, depending 4 to 6 weeks, I would say. Maybe I'm hearing it could be sooner.
And that's my thing. That's something I wanted to ask because if he's expected to be out 4 to 8 weeks, wouldn't you think they were going to put him on IR?
Yeah, but
the fact that they didn't makes me wonder if they think he could be back quicker.
Yeah, there was another report saying that it's not, could be back sooner than later. Basically, 4 to 6 weeks, could be maybe 3 weeks. If depending how it just depends. Every injury is different.
Right, and considering that this injury happened, what was it, last week?
Yep.
So hold on, time out. If my math is correct there, 4 weeks from last week. So that would put him out maybe this week and next week if he's out 4 weeks. Now, if they're thinking it's going to be more of 6 to 8, okay, now you're talking IR. Now you would potentially be talking there. But if they think he's going to be done before that, my math was a little bit I'm sitting here thinking that like the injury happened this week. No, it happened last week. So that's something that is going to be we're going to continue to monitor. That's something that we're going to really be eyeing is how the offensive line is going to handle. And let's be honest, as we've predicted on numerous of times, looks like Dan Moore's going to start.
And Broderick's going to be on the right.
Which, okay.
They did leave the door open as I expect anyway that Fontano might get there. But right now, like as of yesterday's, like I'm sure you're probably going to go through the injury report. He was limited yesterday with the knee. We'll find out later today if that upgrades. But it's going to be Broderick on the right side. It's going to be you got Dan Moore, Spencer Anderson, Zach Frazier, James Daniels, Broderick Jones. As much as I don't want Broderick to start on the right side, as much as I don't, it is what it is. Dan Moore is healthy, serviceable. Fontano's hurt. If Fontano wasn't hurt, then I would be, a little more itching to put Broderick on the left side. So,
but and that's my issue. And here's my question: Are we putting too much blame on Mike Tomlin and not enough on Pat Meyer?
Yep.
Or is it, what's going on? Because the way that they're handling Broderick Jones, and I've ran on this rant a couple times already.
Yep.
But the more, it's like every time it gets brought up, it annoys me. The way that they're handling him. They're just bouncing him around like a pinball machine. Let him stay in one spot. He was someone that already came out a little raw to begin with. So why continue to hurt his development?
Yep, I 100% agree. If Fontano's able to go, I would like him to play on the right side. But depending on how the injury report today is, when it comes out later today, we'll see. But it's going to be Dan Moore, which is fine. It is what it is. If Dan Moore struggles early.
Well, and that's my thing, too. And that's the thing too, is that left side. If you were the Atlanta Falcons, I am absolutely, I'm trying to go after that left side of the offensive line because whether it is, so say it is Dan Moore, okay, he's serviceable at best.
Yep.
Then you have Spencer Anderson, who's a backup. Then you have Zach Frazier, who's a rookie.
Yep.
Oh, I'm targeting that all day long.
Put Grady Jarryd over there on that left side sometimes. Listen, that's a name that you got to watch. Judon's going to come off over there if Judon blitzes, there you go, the left side. The Falcons are not the same Falcons. Not the same Falcons at all. Like I said, that we're going to go over with the preview. That's our, probably our key to the game is this O-line protecting Russell Wilson. That left side particularly. You can't rule out Broderick Jones as well with a little bit as well. And so literally our best lineman is James Daniels that you have all 100% faith in right now.
Yeah. And I mean, James Daniels has not been bad at all.
No. And, that's a whole nother topic about the end of this year, what they're going to do with James Daniels. I really hope they keep him. I really hope they do. But we'll see.
And then who's to say that eventually that's not going to be Mason McCormick's spot next year?
Yeah, exactly, it is what it is. But we'll see. Like I said, Dan Moore's going to be on the left. It is what it is. This wide receiver room, who's going to step up after George Pickens? Who's going to help him out? Is Van Jefferson going to do it? Is Roman Wilson going to play? He was limited as well also yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he gets to play. Jaylen Warren looks like he's going to play, which is a good sign.
That's a huge thing.
Even though he was limited yesterday, I saw a report on a talking reporter saying he's going to play Sunday basically, which is good, which is huge for the 1-2 punch for Najee and Jaylen Warren because I totally agree. Warren has that speed and get to the edge a lot quicker.
Yeah, that thunder lightning.
Yep,
adds a different dynamic to the offense, and that's going to be something too that the Steelers are going to definitely try to. Obviously, we know they're going to try to establish the run game. They're going to because I think that's going to be the key throughout the year, especially with Russell Wilson being the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get the run game going, you get him into some boot actions. I think that's where the offense could start to open up a little bit.
And then Pat Freiermuth, I hope they use the tight end a lot this game as well. and of course throughout the year. But Pat firing with Darnell Washington, Connor Heyward, utilize the tight ends. Pruitt's going to be on the field here and there sometimes to block. It's going to happen. But use of the tight ends is what I hopefully that Arthur Smith uses this game, at least against his former team that he coached for.
Yeah,
revenge game. So,
oh man, God, I can't wait.
So that's the offensive side of the ball that I'm really wondering. Russell Wilson, don't turn over the ball. That's all I asked for.
Well, that's gonna be
that's every game, but every game, but protect the ball.
And then you get to the defensive side of the ball,
mm-hmm.
where obviously TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, you gotta let them loose.
Yeah,
I mean they're gonna let loose anyway. They're gonna go. So I'm really curious to see how much of an impact or how much of a change it's gonna really look now that we're in the regular season. Does having the upgrade of Patrick Queen, your best friend, how does he look?
He'll have to guard Bijan sometimes here and there for sure. That's going to be a matchup assignment. That 3 safety package with KZ, Fitzpatrick, and
Deshaun Elliott.
There's Deshaun Elliott. That's going to be used a lot more. Hopefully this game as well.
And then there was question marks about potentially was Kyle Pitts going to play this week. It looks like he's going to play.
Oh, he's going to play. I expect him to play no matter what, honestly. Corey Trice was on the injury report as well with the groin injury. He was limited as well. So that's another to keep an eye out. But I assume he's going to play. This secondary is going to be tested already. You're going against Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson a little bit, and then Darnell Mooney. You can't forget about him. He's not no slouch, but he's at least an experienced.
Well, no, Darnell Mooney, he's good. He's not. That's something.
An experienced receiver. He's not no slouch. So that's what people just need to realize. And the Falcons have a good O line. They really have a good O line. They got Lindstrom on the O line. They got Jake Matthews on there. Just a couple guys that can have. I think their second year players, the left guard, is probably the weakest spot as of right now.
Right.
But the secondary will be tested. I can't wait to see Peyton Wilson out there. That's what I'm excited for. I cannot wait to see Peyton Wilson coming in and Nick Herbig on those. Sometimes they'll be there on third downs or on those crucial downs. Just depends. I'm excited to see it. I'm very excited.
And that's the thing too is, and you mentioned this a tiny bit too, is their offensive line is pretty damn good. Like you mentioned, you got Chris Lindstrom. He's one of the better interior offensive linemen in the NFL. Jake Matthews, who's still really good. Caleb McGarry, he's been nice. He's nice for him too. So they got some guys on that offensive line. So it's going to be a battle.
100%. So and like I said, same thing for the Falcons. Kirk Cousins is your new quarterback. How are they going to do against this young secondary defense? Of course, you got to worry about TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, that D line. You can't double TJ every play or Highsmith even, whatever it is. But it's a real test against Kirk Cousins, first game back, coming off an injury, Achilles too. So
yeah, that's and I know a thing or two about Achilles injuries.
Yeah, the Achilles injury is no joke, and I don't think he played this preseason. Kirk, I don't think he did. Maybe he did. I wasn't paying attention, but
incoming 3 picks. Here we go.
Is Kirk going to start off rusty? We'll see how he. Raheem Morris, root for him. He seems like he'll be a good coach for this team.
Here's how I honestly see this game starting out. There's one of 2 scenarios, and they're 2 extreme scenarios.
Yep.
There's no in between. It's either the Steelers defense is going to come out and make them go 3 and out.
Yep.
Or Atlanta's going to look like the second coming of the greatest show on turf. There's no in between.
There's no in between.
I don't think it's going to be the Falcons get a first down, get a couple first downs and then they have to punt. Now, it's either 3 and out or they just go down and look like they're just playing on Madden rookie mode.
And that's for their offense. And what about our offense against their defense? Their defense got a little bit better, but they're not the greatest. They got Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons now on there as well. It's.
I see this. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I got this feeling that this offense is gonna remind me very similar to that Bengals game week 1 a couple years ago.
Oh dear. Which one? The first one?
The first one, yes.
Oh my God! I don't need another heart attack a couple years ago.
I will sometimes go and rewatch the highlights to that game just
to relive the moment. I've done that as well.
I'll paint the picture for you. It's 2022.
Yep.
I'm at a local bar.
So am I.
Local chain. And now granted, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, so obviously I'm surrounded by Browns fans.
Shockingly enough.
One hand, on one TV, big TV, you have Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers going up against the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
You can guess how the emotions in that game went.
Yep.
On the other TV, it is the Steelers and Bengals in a roller coaster ride of a game.
Yep. The bar that I went to, which I didn't know at the time, was mostly a Browns bar. At the time, it was a little, so they had that game on the left side of the TV. The Steeler game was on the right side of the TV. And it was me and my couple other friends that were Steeler fans watching. And you could tell how that went. There were some Steeler fans there, of course. But, man, reliving that moment when Boswell made that field goal was probably the best feeling.
Listen, that overtime was when I went from that final play, Jamar Chase catches the touchdown.
I was like, all right, it's over. Game's over. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And then when Minkah Fitzpatrick blocks that extra point, it's like you can't script this any better.
The football gods blessed us that day.
Oh, man.
Now, can you bless us again on Sunday? Let us. We'll see.
Don't use all our luck in week 1.
I know.
Save it for the end of the season.
Oh, we need it for if we make the postseason. I need it for the postseason more than anything.
Yeah.
But as other ways that, like I said, we're going against Simmons, Judon, Grady Jarrett. That's some names to think about. AJ Terrell. He's a pretty good corner on that side.
Pretty damn good corner.
Pretty damn good corner. He's going to be up against Pickens a lot for sure. Hopefully that, like I said, if the run game works, and like you said, do a little bootleg, we should win.
Let's not forget too, they got Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons too.
Yeah. Like I said, they got, like I said, this defense got better. Totally got better. It's going to be a low scoring game. I'm just going to say that right now. It's going to be a low scoring game. Maybe like 20-13 type of game. Maybe 17-13. Because listen, we know how the Steelers are at the start of the season. They always start out slow. Always been starting out slow. It is what it is. But I think it's going to be a low scoring game. 100%.
My prediction is that it's going to be 50-0 Steelers.
Oh, that'll be a great, that'll be the talk of the week 1. What is this offense doing week 1?
I think how many times did I say that last year at the home opener when we were at the tailgates? 50-0, here we go.
A lot. It was the other way, unfortunately.
I'll say, needless to say, that did not happen. But
if that happened, would be the talk of the week 1 is that the Steelers blew out the Falcons. What did the offense do? I don't know what happened that game. Basically, everything had to go right.
Yeah,
and
everything and more,
100% correct. Which I'm excited. 1:00 game. We'll see what happens. There is a game on tonight if you're watching, unless you Ravens Chiefs tonight, 8:20 on NBC. It's gonna be a great game. Go Mahomes! I got money on Mahomes tonight, so please win this game for me.
Just so you know, if Baltimore wins tonight, I'm on your ass.
Okay, listen, then. Listen, chill out. They should win this game.
And Jarryd, just so you know, if they do if Baltimore does win, don't act like I'm not going to be with you in like 2 weeks.
I know. Well, it is true as well.
Which, by the way, I had that thought last night. I'm like, holy shit.
It's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks away. I'm like, holy.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear. That's another thing I gotta figure out as well.
Yeah, I think I have a general idea of what I'm gonna wear. I'm just gonna have to roll with it.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it more. But and I know it's 2 weeks away. That time's flying, and then by the time that happens, it'll be a lot closer for your trip, and then my trip.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Hopefully, then we'll watch the game somewhere Sunday in Ohio somewhere.
Yeah. But other than that, I think that's about it for this week. Football is back. Cannot wait. Real quick, Ari Mirov he literally just posted this. His 2024 season predictions for the awards and Super Bowl pick. Might as well go through that real quick. MVP will be Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Offensive Player of the Year will be Bijan Robinson.
Interesting.
Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons.
Interesting.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, Malik Neighbors. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jarryd Verse. Coach of the Year, Jonathan Gannon.
Interesting.
Comeback Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers. I think that one is
no shocker there.
And Super Bowl pick, Kansas City over Green Bay.
Why am I not surprised?
So there's another Green Bay.
A lot of people really high on.
You know what though? A lot of people did this the year that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very true, and we'll see what happens. It's
see how the second year of Jordan Love being the starting quarterback.
I know. I was like, can we get to the second year? I guess to say you can say the same thing about CJ Stroud. Why don't people have CJ Stroud going to the Super Bowl? Well, they can't beat the Chiefs. You don't think you'll be? Have they played against each other yet? CJ Stroud and the Chiefs?
I don't think so.
Do they play this year?
Now I gotta look.
Now I have to look because that's a good matchup, in my opinion.
Oh, They do.
Oh.
Saturday, December 21st at 1:00 on the Peacock.
Wow.
And NBC.
That's interesting. So I'll definitely be watching that game 100% on that Saturday.
Yeah, wow. It's on a Saturday.
That's a good see that's a good matchup to watch for the first time. I'm interested. That's.
And then about 4 days later,
they play the Steelers. I know on Christmas. That's so tough to do. Like, it's gonna be such a short week when that time comes around. But
we're gonna have football literally like every day that week.
And I'm not mad about it at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
And then to all the family members, warning you now, we'll be watching football all day when those times come around.
Yeah, do not talk to me. Do not text me. I'm not available. Plans are not made. Every Sunday, I am not available. You cannot schedule me. No, do not.
The Sundays are not available anymore till February.
Speaking of which, did I ever tell you that I gave my mom a letter. I'm gonna read this to you. This is what I gave to my mom a couple weeks ago at work. To whomever this may concern, this letter is to inform you that the football season begins in 2 weeks. I worked really hard this offseason to be a great, thoughtful, and loving son. However, I regret to inform you that I am putting in my 2 weeks notice. I will no longer be available to work on Sundays from 11 a.m. to midnight, Monday evenings, or Thursday evenings due to conflicting commitments that I have made with the National Football League. I will also be unavailable on Saturdays due to conflicting commitments between the hours of 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. with the National Collegiate Athletic Association, known as the NCAA. This will be in effect until the middle of February. Thank you for understanding and have a great day.
Well, you need to put some Fridays and Saturdays. I'll also need off for holidays.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is something that I actually gave to my mom in front
That's
of her.
hilarious.
Yeah, that was I gave that to my GM at my work at my other job too.
Oh, what did he say?
See, me and him are great. Shout out
Yep.
to my guy Ryan. He just looks at me and goes, "Get the fuck away from me." That shit had me crying. But I think that's it for this episode. Again, hope you guys enjoy. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. Make sure to go and follow both of us on Twitter. And until then, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Football is back. Time to play the game.
Watch football. That's what everyone needs to do tonight. Watch football.
I have a tea time set for 3:00 today.
Oh,
So I go from golf to football.
oh, okay. Just be back on time.
I will. Oh, I will. Don't be worried about that. All right. You know what? It's so bad. I canceled my golf for this Sunday because I didn't want to take a chance
No, I don't
of
blame
missing one snap.
you. No, I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all.
I will not miss a snap.
No.
All right. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Go Steelers. F everyone else in the North. Fuck Michigan. You guys suck. We're whooping y'all's ass in November. Whooping all y'all's ass. Fuck the Yankees too. Let's go. Goodbye, everyone.